We have here the last verse of the second chapter of the Gospel of John, verse 25, wrapping up some observations that John himself is making about Jesus, which follow from the fact that Jesus had been performing signs, and these had, of course, captured the attention of people. And as a result of that, John says they were believing in his name, but the affirmation of believing in his name is somewhat ambiguous, suggesting maybe they just believed a general idea about his title or identity. He was the Messiah, he was the Son of Man, he was some other character that they were looking forward to, but not really moving to the level of true and deep, genuine faith. So even though we hear that these people were following him, John in effect says Jesus is not entrusting himself to them. The reason for that is that he knew what was in man. He knew what lay inside the heart of man. And then concluding the thought, we pick up the conversation in verse 25, in which John says, and hoti, which can be that or because probably here, ou crayon ekain. Ekain is from echo, I have, third person singular imperfect active indicative. So he was not having, crayon, need, hina, in order that, takes the subjunctive, hina, tis, anyone, marturese, this is the subjunctive, the aorist, third person singular, and so he did not have need for anyone to bear witness, to give witness, peri, to anthropu, concerning the of man or concerning man. He didn't need anyone to give him information. He didn't need some kind of psychoanalytical assessment of a person in order to know what was going on. He sort of, as John says it to us, knew it intuitively, just by virtue of encountering people. The question whether this is a particular man or mankind in general, humankind, of course, is a bit of a disagreement. I don't think it's a lively one, because certainly what John says here would incorporate both senses, and I have a feeling both senses are probably what John had in mind. Autos, intensive use of autos, himself, for himself, egenosken. This is again the imperfect of genosko, I know, third person singular imperfect active indicative, for he himself was knowing, te, what, ein, third person singular from eimi, what was, in to anthropo, takes the dative in the man. So Jesus did not need for people to give him information about what was in the hearts of individual people or people in general, because he knew what was in their hearts. And it's for that very reason that John gives us this caveat that Jesus was not prepared to entrust himself to people, because he knew the duplicity, the hypocrisy, he knew the corruption that lies in the human heart, and thus, though Jesus allows people to trust him, he does not, in a sense, entrust himself to them for that very reason.